All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus Show. I am Onebar, and in this special edition Onebar and Lupagus Show, this is going to be a mock draft picks 1 through 14, and we got special guests all along the way. We reached out to some of the top YouTubers for each team to come rep their picks. Who better to make their selection than somebody that follows them day in and day out? So this is going to be fun. We're going to try to bust these out every month as we get closer to the draft. We know things change. So yeah, be sure to give these guys a like, give them a subscribe to their channel, and let's do this. And make sure to stick around to the end for the Onebar and Lupagus making that Vikings pick. Oh, it's going to be a dandy. And remember, subscribe to the Onebar and Lupagus Show. Like the videos here every damn day, talking Vikings. Let's do this.
What's going on, guys? This is UCF Jaguar, host of the largest Jaguars YouTube channel on the site. And with the number 1 overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars will select Trevor Lawrence. Don't be one of these simps. Don't be one of these people thinking that, oh, Urban Meyer, Ohio State, going to get Justin Fields. It's not going to happen, guys. Stop listening to the people. Lock in it right now. Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to rep the teal and black, and the Jaguars will finally get their franchise quarterback they've been desperately needing for so long.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7. I'll be making the Jets' number 2 overall selection, and there's going to be a lot of rumors surrounding this pick. The Jets could potentially trade it for Deshaun Watson. They could roll with Sam Darnold and trade down. They could give Sam Darnold a bunch of weapons like Devonta Smith or maybe Penei Sewell. Or they can just take the quarterback at number 2. Now, the Jets brought in Robert Saleh, the head coach or defensive coordinator from the 49ers, to be our new head coach. And the Jets GM, Joe Douglas, did not select Sam Darnold. So I expect this pick to be a quarterback in some sort of capacity. I think it's going to come down to Justin Fields and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson has said he thinks he would fit best in the Kyle Shanahan system. I think that makes a lot of sense from everything that I'm seeing from the Jets. So with the number 2 overall pick, assuming no trades, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson.
What is up, football fans? It is your boy, Douglydurong, a.k.a. Doug. Be sure to go check me out on YouTube, Douglydurong, and also on Twitter at Douglydurong. So the Miami Dolphins have the 3rd overall pick because they swindled the Houston Texans out of 2 firsts for a tackle. I'm torn between taking the tackle out of Oregon, Sewell, or going with the wide receiver Jamar Chase out of LSU. But with the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins are going to select wide receiver Devonta Smith out of Alabama. After the national championship game, it's hard for you not to take this guy at 3. Bring him back, have him team up with Tua again, light up this offense, light up the NFL. I would love to trade back and still get him, maybe have someone jump up to take Sewell and trade back to maybe 5, still get Devonta Smith. But I think with their first pick, the Dolphins should take a playmaker, and I'm going Devonta Smith. Fins up.
This is Adnan Ikic of SB Nation's Falcons website, the Falcoholic, making this selection on behalf of the Atlanta Falcons. With the 4th overall pick in this mock draft, the Falcons select Justin Fields, quarterback out of The Ohio State University. Fields is coming off of back-to-back glistening seasons with the Buckeyes, where he accounted for 78 total touchdowns against only 9 interceptions, while leading the Buckeyes to back-to-back college football playoff appearances, including a national championship appearance this past year. The idea here is that Fields would be Atlanta's quarterback of the future. He would sit behind Matt Ryan for a year or 2 and then be ready to take over for the next 10 to 15 years as pretty much the best player available and the best quarterback available in this draft at this selection. So the Falcons get their guy for the next decade at quarterback in Fields. Check out the Falcoholic for any Falcons content that you may desire. Thank you.
Hey, this is John Shearin. I'm half of the Orange and Black Insider Bengals podcast. You can find us on Cincy Jungle or on our YouTube page under that same name. Even with Penei Sewell on the board here, I still think that I would go Jamar Chase, wide receiver LSU, just to reunite him with Joe Burrow and get that offense a true number 1 receiver after AJ Green eventually leaves. I think makes a lot of sense. I think the Bengals do address offensive line in free agency, which allows them to look beyond Penei Sewell or any of the other offensive linemen available here. I think Chase makes a lot of sense and brings a lot of value there. So Chase is my pick.
Yeah. Littlebrunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, at this point in the draft, I'm going linebacker, Penn State University, Micah Parsons. I'll tell you why, man. We really wanted one of those 2 wide receivers, but if they end up being gone at number 6, I think you go get that foundational linebacker that the Philadelphia Eagles organization and fan base has been missing for quite some time. I mean, the dude is a stud, although reports have recently come out of a slew of off the field issues about a year ago, and certain teams are shying away. It could be a reach, but I think the talent is there. I think you need a linebacker to pair up with, Alex Singleton. I think he's the guy, man. I think with that front 4 and solidifying that linebacker core along with Slay and the secondary, I think you got something good going on. You could build on that. So I go with Parsons, man. If both wide receivers are going, I go with Parsons. I don't make the reach for Jalen Waddle. Like I said, if Jamar Chase is gone, Devonta Smith is gone, I'm going with Parsons, man. Let me know what you think.
Representing the Detroit Lions for this YouTube mock draft, I am Detroit Lions Talk with MicroMike. You can find me on YouTube under that name, as well as MicroMike85 on Twitter. I am a partner of Chat Sports and a member of Infinite Sports Network. On my channel, we talk Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, live shows, not just Detroit Lions, but also for all NFL fans. Trying to reach 12,000 subscribers. Help me do so. And with the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL mock draft, the Detroit Lions select Trey Lance, quarterback from North Dakota State. We have an opportunity to get a franchise quarterback, and with already Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and obviously Trevor Lawrence gone, Trey Lance is available with that 7th pick. We need the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. Trey Lance could be a very quality young man to learn over the next year and become the franchise guy and take over with the dual threat ability, run/pass. We can have a new capable quarterback for this new type of league. New general manager, new head coach, and new way for the Detroit Lions. I think he'd be a solid pick because we do need the future with Matthew Stafford injury history and possibility of him getting traded.
All right, what's good, everybody? This is Rashad, one half of the Panther Nation podcast. And listen, with the 8th overall pick, we decided to go Penei Sewell. I'm not sure how this man fell to us. I know there's some teams in front of us that probably should have taken him. They didn't. I don't think they did their homework, but it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of it and go BPA. BPA, Penei Sewell. Listen, the Panthers have been struggling with the left tackle position since Jordan Gross retired back in 2013. We have not fixed it. It's been a turnstile. We've had flop after flop after flop at left tackle, and we finally fixed it here. You guys let the generational left tackle prospect fall to us, and we're going to take that out all day, every day. The dude is super athletic, can play across the line, inside, outside, and we're going to take that all day, every day. So that's all I got. Hey, listen, you can find the Panther Nation podcast on YouTube, Panther Nation podcast, Twitter, at Panther Nation PC. Hey, man, hit us up and hit the subscribe button, follow us. I'm out.
Hello, everybody. This is Lance Sanderson, the host of the Dove Valley Deep Divers podcast and one of several draft analysts at MileHighHuddle.com. Subscribe to Mile High Huddle on YouTube for daily live stream podcasts starting at 8 p.m. Eastern for all of your Denver Broncos content. And with the 9th overall selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Caleb Farley, the cornerback from Virginia Tech. This is a great, smooth athlete, does a very good job in his back pedal, clicks and closes correctly, and drives on the football in an amazing way. His hips are very fluid. He can run sideline to sideline and shadows receivers very well, does very well running vertically with vertical route stems, and then has really good recovery speed to come back and make a play on the football. There are some issues with him tackling, but it's not a lack of willingness. It's just a lack of technique. And that's something that, being in Vic Fangio's scheme, he can actually overcome. So this is going to be a great pick and a great fit for your Denver Broncos.
All right, so with the 10th pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Kyle Pitts, tight end out of University of Florida.
Let's go. Turn it in. Turn it in.
Oh, Cowboys Nation, we're all on the Zoom call. We're clapping.
Yes.
We're high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this is a
High
questionable
five.
pick. What
Yes.
Kuiper probably say, why would the Cowboys go offense? The reason why we went offense because we're adding more exposure to a strength that we already have. And you cannot fix this defense, y'all. Repeat, just via draft.
What up, everyone? My name is Marco. I run a small YouTube channel called Bleed Big Blue. We're dedicated to the New York Giants. So if that's your thing and you would like to subscribe, please do so, because honestly, who doesn't love more subscribers? Now, in regards to this mock draft, I looked at it all. A lot of the guys that I was thinking the Giants would target are already gone. We have 2 wide receivers off the board. We have a tight end off the board. And that leaves me with taking Jalen Waddle. Now, the Giants' offense is shit. We can't score points. We don't have any real big playmakers. And Waddle is a playmaker. Not the type of wide receiver I was thinking that the Giants would get. I was hoping they would get a big-bodied wide receiver. But maybe they get Galladay in free agency. Maybe it works out and get Daniel Jones the most weapons that he could possibly have. Again, thank you for listening to this little mock draft, and please subscribe. Talk to you guys later, and thanks for having me. Peace.
I'm Ant.
I'm Horace.
And I'm Alex, and we're the 49ers Cutback.
And we're going to be making the 12th selection for the 49ers in this mock draft. And we got some areas of need: cornerback, quarterback, and edge rusher.
Yeah, so thanks for already taking all the quarterbacks, guys. That's cool.
A little messed up.
Yeah, but the 49ers, with the 12th selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, select cornerback Patrick Surtain II.
He is a tall, rangy corner in the classic Richard Sherman cover 3 mold, and he's got the most polished technique of any corner in this draft.
On top of that, too, he's super physical in press coverage, one of the best press coverage corners in all of college football, and he comes from an NFL bloodline, so that helps. That makes you feel a little good inside as well.
He's a great tackler that can help in the run game. He also can play both sides of the field as a corner, so that's going to be nice for the 49ers as they look to replace Richard Sherman and move on and get back to the NFC Championship where they belong in 2021.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Stephen Haglund. I am the host of the Guilty as Charged podcast, and I am happy to be joining the Onebar and Lupagus show to make the selection for the Los Angeles Chargers in this mock draft. My selection here is going to be Samuel Cosmi, the offensive tackle out of Texas. I did consider going with Rashawn Slater here, but ultimately I felt like Samuel Cosmi is the best fit for what the Chargers are looking for at the position. Now, anybody who knows the Chargers know that they need to invest in the offensive line. It's been a problem for the better part of a decade, and specifically the left tackle position. What I know about the Chargers is that they prefer a certain type of tackle, and so I believe that Samuel Cosmi fits what they are looking for better than what Rashawn Slater does, who I believe is probably a guard in the NFL. That being said, I do have a couple clips that I want to get to about Samuel Cosmi. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about Samuel Cosmi is just his length, right? And his length is something that really shows up on tape. He's listed at 6'7". That's really the big difference in what I think the Chargers are looking for in terms of Samuel Cosmi versus Rashawn Slater, is that Cosmi a little taller, a little longer, a little more athletic. And like I said, I do think that they would view Rashawn Slater as a guard. And so the other thing that I want to talk about Samuel Cosmi is just his ability to understand leverage. You see him get a nice 2-for-1 here. Great effort against Oklahoma State. And these kind of plays are ones that always show up on tape when you watch Samuel Cosmi. Like I said, he just really understands leverage at a really high level. Here's another example of it. And he really does a fantastic job of finishing blocks. He really likes to get these guys into the dirt. He loves that mentality. Something that you see quite often with, Teron Armstead, Tristan Wirfs, guys like that, really understand the position at a high level. And then the other thing is that the Chargers do like to run a lot of outside zone looks, and Samuel Cosmi is so athletic and he's such a good outside blocker that I really do think that he is a perfect fit and ultimately is the selection here. So like I said, thanks for having me. This is a good opportunity for me. I love doing mock drafts and talking ball, really. So make sure you hit that subscribe button at the Guilty as Charged podcast on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter if you are so inclined at GC Podcast 17. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, the moment has arrived. Pick 14. We made it. We're on the clock.
We're on the clock. I'm so nervous. You didn't already put the pick in, did you?
I got the pick right here.
Oh God.
All right. Well, so let's just go over the available options here. Obviously, Rashawn Slater, big man, offensive guard, tackle, wherever you want to play him, you can play them all. We got Kwity Paye, we got Greg Rousseau, we got Christian Barmore, the defensive tackle. A lot of options here.
Trade down.
Exactly. But there's been some other teams ahead of us that really wanted to trade down. That's not in the cards. It's not part of the rules. But yes, ideally we would trade down. But I think we fully agree on this pick. You want me to do the honors? I do have the card.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can read the card.
All right, with the 14th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select defensive end from Michigan, Kwity Paye.
Yeah. Woo! I'd be very excited about this pick. What I love about Kwity Paye is he's kind of different type of end than Daniil Hunter is. This guy's more, he looks like Everson Griffin out there. He plays like him, energy, fire. He can stop the run. He'll actually run 20 yards down the field and make a tackle. His motor doesn't quit. I think he'd be a great compliment opposite Daniil Hunter. If you're asking me, defensive end is our number one. I mean, you're talking about need and value at the same time. I think they match up perfectly here at pick 14. Though Rashawn Slater here is very close, and I do love Greg Rousseau, but Slater would be very smart as well.
Yeah, this is a lot of good options there. Some guys went ahead of us I didn't expect. Cosme went ahead of us. Kyle Pitts, the tight end, went ahead of us. Bumped some of those guys down. This would be an ideal situation. My only fear is that all these guys are here, and all of a sudden we just step on our deck and take somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, you hope you can move back even just a couple spots. You know, maybe the Cardinals, Redskins, somebody like that who wants. I don't know if there's a quarterback on the board or not, but Max Jones is probably the only one. But something like that, you can move down a couple spots, maybe get your second rounder back, and still get one of these guys. Would be huge for the Vikings.
Yes, but the Vikings walk away with one of the best damn defenders in the draft, squashing a need, Kwity Paye, and that puts a little ribbon on our first 2021 Ultimate YouTube mock draft. Remember, hit up down in the description. We got all the links to all the channels that contributed, and thanks to all those guys who saddled up and did it.
Hell yeah, really appreciate them taking the time, making the vids, going the extra mile for to put this mock together. You know, it's cool just to get an idea of what these guys are thinking about the other team. You know, hearing what they want to do just gives us all a better idea what might actually happen on draft day.
Absolutely.
All right. So till then, guys, thanks again for watching. And know this: a man once robbed a bank for $1 so he could be arrested and sent to jail for free medical health care.